evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to a special edition of the Chill Zone. My name is Shonda Orlesia, and we are here. We are here. We are in the place to be, where this station and everything else is for you and you only. I am here today with a special guest. My special guest for this evening is none other than himself, excuse me, than Mr. Kid Snow. Mr. Kid Snow, you guys remember him. He was on last month and he was Kid Snow, the CFO. I want to say the CFO because he wasn't the CFO, he was CFO. So he was here as the CFO of F2G Entertainment. And today he is back, not being in charge, but he is the artist. So let's bring him on, Mr. Kid Snow.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. We back at it again. We back at it
Yeah,
again.
I had it one more time for the peoples. One more time.
So how's it going? So how's it going from the last time we was on to now?
Um, it's a little different. It's a lot of stuff that's going on right now. A lot more than last time, but
Hmm.
um, it's still good. God's still in control. So
That's what's up. So I'm excited about what's coming up. So we're not going to get into that just yet. But what I do want you to talk about is Kid Snow, the artist.
Okay. So where do you want me actually to start though?
So Kid Snow, the artist, tell them how Kid Snow came about, and then you could go on from there.
Okay. So Kid Snow came originally. I was known as the artist Kingdom Kid, and a lot of people had known me from then. I was a young Christian hip hop artist. I was about 17 and 16, and I was touring churches. Like I was going to different churches and was like performing there and ministering there, and basically a fresh face on the scene, and just a local rapper. So from there I went on to college, and even before college, like when I was in a senior year of high school, about to graduate, I started to realize that my original name was a
Hmm.
little bit confusing because even though I was named Kingdom Kid, I had a thing entitled Kid Nation, and it stood for Kingdom Influence Divinely Driven. So it was kind of confusing. My name is Kingdom Influence of Island Driven, so it was like a double situation going on with Kingdom.
Hmm.
So I just decided to change it, and even then, like God had reminded me that changing it to Kingdom Influence Divinely Driven Snow means that I'm carrying the lineage of my family while still walking in authority that Christ has given me as a Christian. So that's what Kid Snow comes from. And that's why I encourage anybody to be Kingdom Influence Divinely Driven consistently and just insert they name at the end. So it's not just Kid Snow. It can be Kid Tiffany or Kid uh, Rebecca. Like you get what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's basically to show that you can be kingdom influenced, divinely driven to just focus on God and do what you need to do. So that's where the name came
Come on, somebody. Hey, come on, somebody.
from.
So we look, we got a comment showing already from Jermaine. Hey Jermaine, he said go
What's
Kids
going
Snow.
on, man? Chill, bro.
He said go Kids Snow.
Listen, Millie Rock on any block. Listen.
So how did Kid Snow go from the young man he was then to the young man he is now, the artist?
Um, I think he kind of represents like with the three pieces of music that I released over the last 3 years. Um, Originally with Kingdom Kid, I was like just getting into production. I was
Mhm.
just testing out myself as a rapper, and I was simply at first. I think I was thinking more so about like, man, this is really cool that I'm rapping, and wasn't really like into the skillful part of, okay, let's put two and two together to be able to make something that's effective, and to be high quality. I think I started focusing on high quality when I got to college, because then I started noticing, okay, this is a whole different type of crowd. High school students are totally different than college students. So if you
Mm-hmm.
want them to listen, you got to make something that's actually good. So even the transition to Kid Snow, I started to focus a lot more on my production. I am not like, I consider myself to be a growing producer. I do have a select sound where I like to go outside of the box with hip hop, but I always want to make sure that it's still sonically tasteful.
Mm-hmm.
And that it's not just like random sounds put together. Same thing with my lyrics. I think that with my lyrics, I have a different way now to explain the topic at hand than what I would usually do. I'm very thought provoking, but I think the different sound is, I love chants. So like, whenever I could put a chant inside of a song, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
do it. But this, at the same time, I understand like there's a different sound for everything. So now it's like not just chants, it's also like spoken word rap, and then it's also like actual like song, like melodic rap at the same time. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm more adaptive now to the listener than I was back
Okay. So, what got you into creating your own beats, your own sound?
then. When I noticed that producers were a lot of money. No, but to be honest with you, I actually was making music before I was rapping. So I stumbled upon this app online called what's that thing called? Audio Tool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, AudioTool.com, and it's a free site for a lot of producers to be able to go on if you're a beginner, and they allow you to be able to create beats and share it in that community, and then you have other co-producers or producers comment on your stuff like, "Yo, this is fire. Hey, this is what I would change about it." Um, Basically, like a community for producers who are just getting out and growing, and they need that support from one another.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Audio Tool. They really have made it easy to build the esteem of producers, and also just encourage the collaboration between artists. Um, but yeah, from there, I started inside of school. Like, I started hearing a lot about like Logic, which a lot of people don't know about. But Logic is basically like the Macintosh or the Apple product for music producers that a lot of studio based or high studio grade producers use. And I was like, man, I really need to um, get this app. So I told my mom, so I was like, Mom, I need this app. She said, why you need this app? I said, because I want to grow musically. I feel like on Audio 2, it's great, but I need to go to the next level. So out of nowhere, she was like, all right, go ahead and pay for it. I'm like, I don't have the money for it. It's like $200. And she was like, I got you. I was like, like, listen, when I tell you my mom has supported me since day one, she literally, and I, till this day, I wish I could grab it, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. I have my first MIDI keyboard, which is basically the thing that a lot of artists use to play keyboards and stuff. I still
Mm-hmm.
have that. So
Wow.
even while I have to upgrade my arsenal and get my instruments together and stuff like that, I still have that MIDI and I use that every day, even on gigs. So yeah, it's man, that's when I started taking production seriously, because I wanted this to become my career, not just a hobby.
That's cool. That's real cool. I know that's real cool.
Mhm.
So, the question I want to ask you as the artist, with a lot of music out being today, what makes yours being so unique?
Um, I asked my question that 2 days ago. I asked myself that question 2 days ago. I would say honestly that I'm unique because it's not the traditional hip hop sound. It has the same high quality as far as like the bass, the drums, but also I do melodic stuff that a lot of people don't work with, and then I'm also you hear a lot of my voice matching up with the instruments because honestly, when I'm rapping, even while I'm in the booth and I'm recording, I'm hearing the instrument and I'm matching with that as well. So um, I would say I'm a very melodic rapper. However, I still like to get really gritty and dirty with my sound as far as vocally. So um, I would say that I'm unique by perspective.
Mm.
Um, my sound is really what I talk about even through my messages. I'm a very instructive rapper. like you have people like Eminem who is more so like a really reflective rapper, and then you have people like Drake who's really like a vibe type rapper, and then you have like Meek Mill and Big Sean, like they just the swag, and Kendrick Lamar. But for me, um, I focus a lot on um, being like that rapper that knows how to instruct an atmosphere and also
Mhm.
be able to motivate the audience or motivate the listener to be able to do stuff practically daily life. Even with my upcoming music, you'll hear a lot of instructive things like uh, go out and get the work done. Make sure that you sign with this place. Make sure that you putting in the work here. And it's really like I want to be practical because music, I feel like music with the atmosphere effect that we have as musicians, we need to be
Mhm.
able to encourage people to move. So they not just guessing throughout life because of the song, they actually have instructions. So yeah.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to let the listeners hear your debut song, and I want you to introduce it to everyone.
Okay. So we talking about my name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my name was originally as Kingdom Kid, as I told y'all before. I released a song called My Name, and this was when I first go into the studio ever. So my vocals was weird. It was a little like off, but I actually had fun. Like the spirit of being a musician was just astounding to me. And then 2017, a year later, when I changed my name, um, I had decided to re-record it with upgraded um, production, upgraded like sound within myself. So and I was really embarrassed about the song at first, so I held it because I was like, it ain't really fitting. I just released that this year, probably about 2 weeks ago. So this song is basically from 2017, and it shows like the beginning point of me taking myself seriously as an artist.
Okay. So let them know the name of it, and we're gonna play it.
Oh, well, the song is it's called My Name, and I would love for you guys to hear it. So yeah.
And here we go. We're gonna play "My Name" by Kid Snow. Somebody's calling my name, my name, my name. Somebody's calling my name, my name, my name. Somebody's calling my name, my name. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Somebody's calling my name, my name, my name. Yeah, started from the blood top with my skateboarding friends.
in a different lens of following different trends. Rocking the different genres, we ain't trying to pretend. Living up with the world, we taking over our fear. Trying to represent Christ to the fullest. Yeah, Bible man suit on. I just proud with you. Yeah, so vision in my snapback. No tattoos, I got my face on there. Like a better with shoes. Get out. Hashtag same team, no competition. Pull up to the team with my son mission. Wait, my mind's blown. Squad everything. Even on the holidays, we got one paint on. Domination. I'm nation. Texas of the galaxy combination. We volunteer for the front line. Don't believe in music. This is our battlefield. We answering the call to duty. Answering the call, no cell phone. Get somebody IG. This why me now. Facebook, it don't matter. Cause I don't need social media to hang me on. It's only perks. Another road, but I don't need it to work. I got my own power source off of birth. The God Almighty, the one I serve. Come on. He makes everything so energized. He broke us to me so I'm alive. He took me from being mummified to gorilla size. I'm jungle alive. Hey, turn it down just a little bit. So I can give praise to the will of God. Hold up, hold up, hold up. If you listen real hard, you can hear your name. Somebody's calling my name, my name, my name. Somebody's calling my name, my name, my name. My name, my name, my name. Somebody's calling my name, my name, my name. 3, 2, hey, 1, let's go. God and the music that be real cool. But if it was just me and God, that'd be even more smoother than the first chill. Talk about how the first should be laugh and how the last should be spinning without contemplating about how much you get. Or making a woman into the feminine convention. If you didn't know, talking about the color and that boy, I can take it up, shake it up, and break it in a section. Oh my God.
Whoa. Wow. Wow.
You can't even touch him. That's how you know he's risen. And now you kind of
I had to bring it back. I had to bring it back.
Before he hangs up. Bang, bro. Hallelujah. Barely said anymore. Never knew it. It doesn't matter. I'ma still shout it out. I'ma still tell him what he's all about. Cause I'm a worshiper before anything else. But what I keep doing is put my flesh before the best in me. Like in the angels when I wake up. Instead of kneeling on my knees so I can send the praise up. I be pledging the social media like a fighter. Committing to something that's full of faith. Thinking that's the fun, but you know it's full of faith. Next same on down, say I'm putting in the grave. Put it in the grave. Hey, we be texting people every day. You know when the bubble laughs on the phone. Put it in the grave. We be ignoring God. Cause us a religion don't really get along. It's not a religion, it's a lifestyle. You really know with each breath. Wait, so you telling me that you would rather be an insider than an outsider with no limitations, including death? Where the trust at? Where the trust at? Somebody telling your name. Where the trust at? Where the trust at? Where the trust at? God calling your name. Where the trust at? Where the trust at?
Listen. I got dibs. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. I like that. Oh my God.
Thank you.
So you say you said, look, I done got ebonics. I'm sorry. You said that you did this how many years ago?
3 years ago. This was a fully mixed, mastered, recorded. This full recording is from 3 years ago. So I released it this year after having a conversation with my team at F2G. And they were like, yo, you have all this music that you've been holding back because it doesn't fit who you are now, but it will still be assistance to other people later on down the line. So why not release it now? And even when I released it, I was like, but no, like this ain't me. And I mean, I think even in the upcoming days and months when you would hear like more of my releases, you'll understand why I would say that it's not who I am, or at least my a different sound from where I am now. But I am now believing that it's really effective for certain people, when it's, and even to me, like even now, I think once I release it, the one thing about my music too is that you may hear this a lot, but I make music for myself primarily. So it's more so like whenever I'm struggling with something, whenever I struggle with laziness, whenever I struggle with insecurity, I make songs like My Name. That was actually the first point of it was, um, I was really distracted in one season, and it was primarily with my phone. And I was like, man, I need to encourage myself to get rid of it. Like, get rid of the distractions. Don't worry about it. Focus on what's calling you. What's Focus on God consistently. If God is
Mhm.
asking you to put away your phone, put away your phone. Because I think we're in a generation now where our phones are like our main things, and technology is like really um, a now thing and a common
Mhm.
thing. But sometimes you may have to spend a day, spend an hour, spend a week or a month just without your phone, and just be like, okay, I need to breathe. Especially now, like prime example being like the Black Lives Matter movement, the Blacked Out Tuesday thing that happened last week, um, and even just sharing a lot and growing awareness. For me, I was really just always, even with that last week, I was really on my phone, just paying attention and learning and growing as a Black man. But I got to a point where I was like, yo, okay, I'm not okay now. Like I've
Mhm.
I've consumed as much as I can at this point. So
Mhm.
now I need to step away. Like even today, which was really a challenge. I found myself off and on social media because I will remind myself, yo, you said you weren't going to be on social media today. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm not going to be on social media. But then I found myself out of muscle memory going to Instagram, or out of muscle memory going to Facebook, and just check people's posts. And then I pull myself off again and find something else to do. So my name, I think even now, like to encourage not only myself but other people as well to just pull away from distractions sometimes. Just allow yourself to breathe, and then once you get like a refreshment, then you can go back on. But always make sure you're having a healthy relationship when it comes to social media. So yeah.
Come on, come on, come on, young black brother. Come on. Come on. You better teach. Look, I call them the microwave kids. Cause that's exactly what, and they want everything quick and fast, and everything
Yeah,
is
I was
straight
one
to
of
the.
them. I was
I
one of them.
know, I know. I ain't gonna tell nobody how I know, but I know.
Listen, but it takes a lot of
Discipline.
yeah, discipline, and then also contemplation on what exactly you want out of life. Like the
Yeah.
small things matter. I think a lot of people don't really uh, consider that small things matter. So
Mhm.
like, what do you do on your daily? Like my thing is, I'm a gamer as well, but I can't be on the game like all day. I gotta actually find something else so that I don't, first of all, physically damage my eyes, spiritually pull me away from God, because it's really explain how the God formed
Just
man.
go ahead and finish what you were
Oh,
saying. Explain.
okay. So
Finish what you were saying. I just put that up there because I'm gonna ask that next.
look, so yeah, so physically straining my eyes, spiritually pulling me away from God, emotionally, like when you get inside of a game, it's really like you really get, well, for me, I really get into it because a lot of the games now are really just interactive, and they're movie based, and they're really great with the scripts. But you have to
Mhm.
be in touch with reality as far as for right now too. You can't just be walking around like with an Avatar game talking about I'm airbending the microwave. Like no, that's not. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. So you want to stay in touch with reality, and then just well, I touched the physical, touched the emotional, mental, emotional kind of go together, and then spiritual. So yeah, just making sure that you're still in touch with who you are and what's going on right now, and
Okay.
just pulling away and coming back.
Okay. Now you can answer the question. Explain how God phone helped you.
So the God phone. Okay, so there was one time, once upon a time, when minutes existed on the phone, and I did not have a phone at the time. My phone actually got turned off. I think it was because I couldn't pay my bill, so my phone got turned off. Right. So what happened was my mom was like, "Well, you ain't pay your bill, so I'm not gonna pay it for you." And I'm like, "Yeah, because you stopped paying that for me a few months ago." This is about 3, 4 years ago, and what happened? She gave me, so y'all know the government phones, right? Like a lot of people call them trap phones. I call it the God phone because honestly, the God phone, it didn't have any social media. I was limited to how much I was able to contact people with, and it was just like a get on get off type of situation. I had two things during that season. I had a God phone and I had a God book bag. So the God phone was being able to just reach out and do what I need to do, put it away, not be distracted. God book bag was, I used to be the kid in high school where I carried around a lot of textbooks on my back and had like a lot of books on there. So I would just, and even then when I wasn't going to school, I would just carry my book bag with me just randomly. So my mom was like, "Yo, that's not healthy for your back," and sure enough, like my back started to actually have problems. So I literally just put like 2 folders inside the gobble bag that I needed for the day, and I just went out, and my back was a lot lighter. I didn't feel like I had a lot of load on me. Um, so I start. I mean, that's how you make God become practical in your life. You
Hmm.
figure out the scripture that talks about the load and giving your burdens over to the Father. I took that super literal. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take all my textbooks out. I'm gonna leave that at home and say, God, help me to have discipline to be able to do my homework when I get home. Because that was my main thing. I was really like slacking in school, and I wanted to make sure that I was catching up all the time for some reason. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go do my homework while we at dinner, and I'm gonna go do my homework while we at the movies, and it was a lot. So trust and believe, but yeah. So those items really helped me to be able to focus on myself and better my health. So yeah.
So, what's next for Kids Know?
Ugh. I'm signed to a label. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. I'm playing. I am an independent artist, and I love being independent. I get to be able to release things for myself. So, amen. Next is releasing music. Well, continuously releasing music from like 2017 up to now, just to get all those songs out, and like I said, taking the load off my back. And then after that, releasing songs from last year September up to who I am now. There's a lot of stuff that's happened in the past few months, which everybody can attest to with the pandemic and with other things like that. So from then to now, I want to be able to just show that perspective of where my mind is currently, and be able to sonically put that all into one thing. So, um, yeah, that's what's next.
That's what's up. So, um, your Jesus, just left me. Your person, your the female that's featuring with you. What's
Mhm.
her name, and how did you decide to collab with her?
So that's my sister Sierra Ray, woman of God that's known me since I was like 2. No, I'm playing. Like, no, but pretty young. Like, I think I was like 10 or 12 when I first met her, and she was about 10 years older than me, I believe. I'm not fully sure, but I met her at church, the church that we attended. Shout out to Word of Life Chicago. Um, we were there with Pastor Chris and Monique Clark, and Sierra Ray is actually sisters with Pastor Monique. So when we met, she was a part of the praise team, and even during that time, we were really like we were actually both a part of the music ministry there, and then afterwards, the church for a period of time had shut down, so we all disbanded. But later when I made the song, I was thinking like, who can actually go on this song? Like, how? What sound am I looking for? And originally I was thinking of Pastor Monique because she also sung, but then I was like, nah, I need something like a lot more gritty with the same sound, but can go high and low, like an adaptive sound, like myself. And I was like, oh, Sierra Ray. So I called her. I said, hey, sis, how are you? She said, I'm good. I said, hey, I got a project. I want you to hop on it. She said, I'm down. Like, she didn't ask no questions. She was like, I'm down. I was like, let me give you the full project before you say I'm down. But I really appreciate her heart just for being willing to help us with the song. And also, like, during the tour, she was also with us um, at our performances where we were at churches and whatnot. And she was singing live with me. So, yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's cool. So I have a good question for you. It's a very good question.
Mm,
If you had your choice to have an artist,
mhm.
no matter who it be, to feature with you, who would it be?
That's a really tough question. That's really tough. I'm not gonna lie because there's a lot of artists like that I would want to work with.
Hmm.
I personally want to work with KB.
Okay.
He's a Christian hip hop artist based in Tampa, Florida,
Hmm.
and the man is after God's heart for real. He just signed with I believe it is with Provident Music, maybe. I
Hmm.
think it's Provident Music. So, and originally he was once with Reach Records with Lecrae's record company. So I want to work with him, and then also I would love to work with a couple people at King's Dream Entertainment. Shout out to them, Ruslan, John Keith, um, and then I got three. I'm sorry. Uh,
That's fine.
And the third person I would totally want to work with, um, actually, the group of people is Reflection Music Group, based in
Okay.
Nashville. That's Derek Minor, Cannon, Byron Juwan, uh, yeah, DJ Standout. Like, I wanna work with them as well. I
If
have a lot of people that I look up to, so
and that's a good thing because a lot of people get into the game and some people really don't have like that mentor or that go-to person that they can look up to. You know,
yeah, that's
a
really
lot of
true.
people just get in it and just go with it. But I have another good one for you.
Okay.
If you had your choice to pick three legends, three old school
Ooh.
legends of gospel to
Ooh.
work with, choose them three and who would them three be and why?
Oh, why y'all doing this to me? Okay, first and foremost is Todd Tribbett, hands down.
Okay.
The man is a legend. Uh, woo, old school. I'm trying to dig. I'm trying to dig.
And Ty Tribbett ain't that old school.
No, but honestly, if you think about him from the GA days, like
Yeah.
2006 day, like for me, I was what? I was born in '97, so 2006, I was 9. So for me,
Hmm.
that's kind of old school. Um, I've always had a hard time pronouncing his last name. Ernest Poe,
Oh, you
um,
talking about Ernest Pugh?
Pugh. Thank you. Okay, because I've always had a hard time pronouncing his name. And you said, oh, okay, so back in the day, Fred Hammond.
Yeah, Fred Hammond is a go. Did you hear his new music he just dropped during pandemic?
I think I listened to it. I probably heard it on the radio while I was like on Spotify, but I'm gonna have to search it
Ooh,
out now because you said something. So, and I'm a Fred Hammond
ooh,
fanatic.
what? He
Like,
got this. Oh my gosh. Shout out to Mr. Fred Hammond. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you if you hear this. He
man,
has this on. He had a virtual concert where they were in like the garage or whatever. And they, oh, what is the name of that song? Oh my God. Is it
uh,
Another Place? or I want to be where you are. It was something like that he did. Oh my God! But that whole CD is amazing. Jesus, it's amazing. It has to be one that puts in everybody's repertoire.
Isn't Mighty God?
Is that it? The new off the new CD? I think that might be it.
I,
But the new repertoire is amazing. The oh God, that's one that needs to go in your collection. That's for anybody that's listening.
listen, I'm literally on Spotify looking up this single now.
Yeah, it that whole CD is truly amazing. But if people wanted to get your CD, your music, where can they go?
So currently, I've released three projects, at least three singles, and you can hear all three of those on SoundCloud. Um, but one of those songs that was released in 2018, trust me, you can hear everywhere. So YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, you can hear it everywhere. And I'm working on releasing the latest release that I released, my name. I'm working on getting that distributed everywhere as well. So once that's been distributed, then I'll let you guys
I know that's right. I can't wait. So we had
know.
a question that showed up.
Oh my God! Seriously?
It say, who is the best
Oh
manager
Lord!
that you know?
Just because she said that, I'm gonna go somewhere else with it. No, real talk. Tennille is not only my manager, she is my mother, and she does a fantabulous job. She makes sure that I am uh, centered. She left in the other room. She makes sure that I'm centered. She makes sure that I'm focused, that my spirit man is not damaged or hindered, because she understands how I am at home, and
Mhm.
also when I get on stage, that I honestly I have to literally separate everything that happened beforehand before I get on stage, because as an atmosphere changer, I don't want to change people's atmospheres in the wrong direction when my atmosphere is messed up.
Right.
So she always makes sure that I'm doing my job the way I need to do, and that I'm connected with the people that I need to connect to, and disconnected from the people that I don't need to be around.
She
So,
she is that watchman on the wall. I love her to pieces. I love her to
period.
pieces.
You know?
We have another one that came that we have a comment that came in for you.
Yo,
It
Almeida,
says,
what's going on?
I remember when you was younger singing Fred Hammond songs. Proud of you.
Man, I look. Since that was walking right leg. I was singing that song like daily. And what's crazy is like, shout out to Chance Ministries. That was actually like my foundation. Like, I had a lot of churches that were a part of my foundation, because it takes a village to raise a child. So for me, um, I really was around a lot of people who listened to Fred Hammond. And I was just that kid, like, it was like, BJ singing, what he singing this time? And I'm like, I wasn't like the best singer, but I sold that thing. I had my shoulders, and I was just rocking back and forth like this. And man, I was listen, part of the whole choir and everything. So yeah, it was fun. Those were fun days that I had as a kid.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I truly appreciate you coming back on and sharing with us your music. We know we want this won't be the last of you, because I'm trying to figure out how I can get you to have your stuff. You're gonna be interviewing. You're gonna be interviewing on here too. Why you laughing?
I don't know why you put me out there like that. Like,
Yeah, see, hey, it said push him in the direction you shall go. Yep,
oh gosh.
push him in the direction and you shall go. Yep. But
Listen,
if the people would like to connect with you and know more about you, or would like to work with you, because I seen someone on put up here that they would like to work with you. Where it go? Um, where'd it go? Someone said that they wanted to work. Oh, Cecil Beats said they would like to work with you. They want to, you guys need to work together.
Ooh,
So
I don't even know if I know Cecil Beats, but
no, I think he's new to the game, to the production game. So yeah. So if they wanted to connect with you and things like that, we know they got to go through, Mama
Miss
Momager.
Connect. Indeed,
You
yeah.
got to go through Momager. But for that information, how can they get in contact with you guys?
So first and foremost, on my social media platforms, you can follow me at Kid Snow Official. That is KIDD SNOWOFFICL. So there's no IA in the official part. Um, and then if you want to contact us for either a feature for myself or even for any other projects that you would like F2G to work with, you can contact us at info@f2gentertainment.com. That's F2GENTERTAINMENT.com. And then make sure that you are letting us know what you would like to work with us on, and we'll direct you from there.
Amen. Amen. You still have more comments coming in.
You can
Yeah.
let us
The
know.
comments say, let us know what you are doing and when you have performances.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like, especially with everything that happened, a lot of musicians had stopped having events. F2G, we actually planned since last year to have like a few events that happened this year. But once those come back around and we're allowed to have events even in smaller groups, then we'll make sure to have that shared out to you guys. See, I'm over here working as creative director now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will
And
totally make sure to let y'all know.
and here's the information for those of you that would like to get in contact with them personally. It's a FO@f2gentertainment.com. Your information and business for your business intentions. So there's a question that came in for me. All right, Miss Teal, she always put me on the spot. I got you. I got you. But you guys know I am open for you guys anytime. Just let me know. I'm open for you guys at any time. Y'all should
Bet.
know. So
Bet.
whenever, just let me know, and I'm there. There, here, wherever you need me to be, I'm there. Yeah. So, is there anything else that you wanted to tell the viewers, the listeners? Anything else?
uh,
Anything coming up? Anything you guys got going on either sides? Because for those that are just joining, he is the CFO of F2G Entertainment. So, if you guys got anything going on over there, you can also let them know.
so yeah, I would just say honestly, I want to use this time and this platform just to encourage you all. I know there is totally a lot of stuff going on. I just really want you guys to be vigilant in finding your peace, and finding genuine peace during this time. Um, Shout out to Jasmine Sims and Victoria Johnson, Victoria right now. I'm sorry. Uh, they really have been doing a lot of social media work as far as creating safe spaces for people to be able to come in, poets, writers, just people in general. And they've allowed them to come in and simply just have moments where they're writing. I was actually part of those sessions, and it's really helped me out. Um, and we F2G are actually going to be bringing that and incorporating that into what we're doing as well. We want to make sure there's never enough time for having safe spaces anywhere. So we want to make sure that people during this time are actually mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, vocally, just having that moment where they can breathe and not feel like they have to come up with expectations for people that like them. So make sure you're finding your peace. Continue to pray. If you're not a believer, I would encourage you to become one because it's really helped me. And yeah, I love you guys, and Jesus love y'all. So, whoop. That's it.
I know that's right. Well, thank you so much, Kid Snow, for being a part. Truly amazing. Like I said, this will not be the last time we see you. We will most definitely have you back. I know you have new music and more things coming up, so
Yes,
we most
ma'am.
definitely will have you back. So thank you so much for taking this time out of your amazing day to talk with us. And don't go nowhere. We'll be right back with you. I would like to thank you all that are on. Thank you for tuning in to a special edition of the Chill Zone as we were here with Mr. Kid Snow. You guys check out all of his links on social media. Make sure you guys check out his music because he is one kid that is actually and truly on his way. And that's one young man I know that truly, truly has an amazing heart and a heart that's chasing after God. So make sure you guys get his music. You guys coming up on the Chill Zone this Friday, we will have Mr. Todd Clanton. I'm sorry, Clanton. He is dropping his new music on us this Friday at 7 p.m. on Inspiration 98.7. So you guys make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And as well, new we have Cecil Productions is hosting a virtual listening party on Inspiration 98.7 this Saturday at 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Central. You guys come on in, tell him what you think about his beats. He has some fresh new music that he wants you guys to take a listen to. So make sure you guys tune in for that this Saturday at 7 p.m. on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, as well as Inspiration 98.7. I'm so glad you're here. I tell everybody this is not just for me, this is for you. This is a platform for the people. So their music, their voices, their projects, whatever they're doing can be heard. This is from me to you for you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Chill Zone Special Edition. And I'll check you out this Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.